Hello and welcome to this final video in my little series on writing an Inspector Calls essays. This video is going to be about writing a conclusion. So first things first, what is a conclusion? Well, it gives your final judgment on the question and you need to conceptualize in your conclusion. Now, that phrase conceptualizing should be familiar to you from the first video I did in this series. If it's not, and if what you're looking at on the screen is not familiar to you, then you need to go back to my video on introductions at the start of this playlist. Check that out before you watch this one. Okay, let's get to our introduction then, or our conclusion then, sorry. So the question is, how does Priestley present Sheila as a changing character? And I'm going to start by giving my final judgment on the question before I conceptualize. So here's my final judgment. Ultimately, Priestley unequivocally presents Sheila as a changing character because she completely rejects her parents' capitalist and materialist ways. Instead, by the end of the play, she has become outward-looking and compassionate. So that signposting word ultimately tells your reader this is the final bit of your essay. This is going to be your judgment and it is going to pack a real punch. You want to be determined, you want to be focused, you want to be convincing in your conclusion. The word unequivocally means without question, so that conveys that sense of determination and focus and assertiveness as well in this conclusion. Then we're going to conceptualize. So here is my conclusion with the conceptualized sentence on the end. So here Priestley teaches the audience that Sheila is a role model for an improved and more collectivist society. So 2 sentences, give your final judgment, be confident, be determined, be unequivocal in that final judgment, and then you've got your conceptualizing sentence at the end. As always, there's so many different ways to write an essay, and one of the best things about English literature is that you can develop your own writing style and you can really get your voice across in your writing. So I'm going to show you 3 different versions of the same conclusion so that you can see other ways that you might phrase the same ideas. Version 1 then, in conclusion, Priestley uses Sheila's transformation to convey a powerful message about social change. As she evolves from a self-centered, materialistic character to one who values empathy and collective responsibility, Sheila becomes a symbol of hope for a more equitable society. Priestley's portrayal encourages the audience to consider the importance of social awareness and collective action. You can see I've highlighted the sentence starters there in case they're useful for you, in case you like that one. Right, second one then, to conclude, Priestley's depiction of Sheila highlights the potential for personal growth and societal improvement. By rejecting her parents' capitalist attitudes and embracing compassion, Sheila demonstrates the kind of change Priestley believes is necessary for a fairer world. Through her character, Priestley urges the audience to recognise the possibility of progress and social responsibility in shaping the future. And version 3, again, you can see I've highlighted the sentence starters. In summary, Priestley uses Sheila's journey to represent the potential for transformation in both individuals and society. Her rejection of materialism and her shift toward compassion symbolise the possibility of a fairer future. Priestley's message is clear. Love that colon. By learning from characters like Sheila, society can strive for greater equality and fairness for all. So if you think about even just that first sentence in each of the versions I've shown you, ultimately really packs a punch. It's really determined, it's really assertive. In conclusion and in summary, does what it says on the tin, introduces a conclusion, we know what's coming next. To conclude, I always think sounds quite elegant. So you will like different phrasing more than another phrase, or your preference for how you write your conclusion might be different to the way your friend writes it. What's important is that you get the ideas in there and that you find your voice and your writing style. Anyway, so you've got the different alternatives there if you want to use them. Now it's time for your independent practice. There are 3 questions on the screen. I've put my example on the screen and I've highlighted my sentence starters from that example. So stop the video, have a go at writing your conclusions for those 3 questions, and thank you very much, and check out my other videos on YouTube and my other resources on amysmithliterature.wordpress.com.